to do.
All right, Connor, go ahead. Explain.
Well, I woke up this morning.
Oh, gosh. No, not from the beginning.
Okay.
I mean, unless you need to start from the beginning.
I don't need to start from the beginning. I was just...
Was that the boys you were with there?
I was with the boys. That was the boys with a Z. The boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different than the boys we talked about last week.
Different than those boys. Those different boys.
All right, what were you and the boys doing there today?
Huh?
At the freshman thing?
Well, we're freshmen, of course.
Even my friend next to me said, those guys aren't freshmen.
Does he know us, though? He doesn't know us.
Clearly enough to know that you weren't freshmen.
Okay.
So what were you doing there?
We were... So the reason we actually went was because our roommate, who goes... We'll just say... We won't say his real name. We'll say his name is Reed.
Okay.
Reed is a newly acquired tech student who transferred in from, we'll say, Kennesaw.
Okay.
So we had to bring him there, and then we were like, we'll say we're freshmen too. So we show up and sit down in our rat caps and
You tried to blend in.
tried to blend in. We successfully blended in.
I mean, it's not that hard.
No, because no one knows.
They're not checking IDs in the front.
Yeah, we were. That's basically it. Yeah. And then you made me leave early. I want to stay for the whole event, probably get some free food afterwards.
There's no free food there.
Afterwards, maybe.
There's no free food at the event. Or after the event.
For real?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Experience Podcast.
Episode 8.
With me and
someone else.
And no one else.
And no. Oh, you were actually gonna switch it up that time?
No, me and someone else, but then no one else after that.
Oh.
After the someone else.
Me and someone else, and then no one else.
And then no one else. Yeah. There's a comma there. You missed it.
Yeah. I missed that.
Yeah. So, what happened?
What do you mean what happened? I moved into Georgia Tech yesterday.
No, where is she? Where's our
guest? Our guest, she's busy, unfortunately. Because she would have been fine.
Didn't you give me 100%?
I gave you 100%.
I think you gave me 100%.
But see, our 100% don't mean anything anymore.
They don't. They clearly don't.
You gave me 100% too.
Yeah, but it's still 1-0 on guests that I brought on the show.
That's true. I brought no one. But you've invited 3 and had a successful one.
Had successful one. That's still better than your rate.
Yes. Invited 1 and had 0.
Yes.
We'll get some guests on. I promise you, now that I'm here at the Georgia Institute of Cosmetology,
yes,
I will bring someone on.
Any of those boys? You could have brought one of those boys.
I could have brought the boys, but they were at the freshman event.
They're staying?
Yeah.
They really want to stay?
Yes, because they want to get...
Most of the people there that are supposed to be there don't want to be there.
No.
So I'm surprised that you guys wanted to go.
Yeah. But we didn't really want to go. We just hastily make it...
You didn't have any other plans?
No, we weren't doing anything for that time.
Yeah.
Because you know me. Yeah, let's talk.
This coaster's not working very well.
For an explanation of why the coaster isn't working very well, Daniel decided a paper napkin was an ideal coaster versus a typically thick piece of cardboard that doesn't allow...
Yes, well, I didn't want to have to go buy coasters.
You should have coasters. Do you not have parties here?
I do have parties. Actually, I needed coasters last night.
And you didn't have any, you just had napkins?
We just used napkins, yeah. And we're fine for that stuff.
Embarrassing. Not my kind of party. But my kind of party. Glasses in your
You
hand.
wanted to go to the party, but I told you it was postponed for the rain, yeah.
Yeah.
It's next Saturday, so you can go next Saturday.
Okay.
Are you free? You're not doing anything.
I'm not doing... You know me, I'm not doing anything.
You're not doing anything. You can go.
No.
So you can go then.
With my Hawaiian shirt and backwards cap.
With your Hawaiian shirt and backwards cap.
No. Which is also my plan for Rush. I plan to Rush,
okay.
and as I told you, did I tell you?
You kind of told me, but tell me again.
Tell you again. As a reminder, maybe I said it, I don't know who I said it to. I'm going to go to as many practices as possible, and I'm trying to get the most bids ever to be seen by a Georgia Tech freshman.
Okay.
Who's not a freshman.
Who's not a freshman. Yeah, so you messed that up a bit.
So I messed that up. By a Georgia Tech freshman who's not a freshman.
You could just say student.
Students.
But freshman is not a freshman.
No. And my alter ego, here's my alter ego, ready?
You have a different name? You're going to use an alias?
I'm going to use an alias.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to be Chad, the business major from New York.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to back up that story?
No.
You have 2 parents at home?
Yes.
Any siblings?
Yes.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is beer. 100%.
You're in.
I'm in, that's it. Yeah. So I'll say that. I'm going to try to get... Do you think I can get kicked out? Because I'm going to try to say the wonkiest thing. Like, I want to be so excessive that even, like... Well, we won't say the name. But we'll say Spike.
Okay.
They don't want me. That's what I want. I want to express my love for drugs such as cocaine, MDMA, my love for partying, my disdain for studying. Yeah.
That's the profile you need to create for yourself. Yes.
Yes. And I want them to be like, this kid is an ideal party goer. So, yeah, that's my plan for, I guess, this week whenever Rush is.
This week? Hasn't it already started?
I have no idea. I just kind of came up with this plan about
2 minutes ago?
2 minutes ago.
When you walked in the door?
When I walked in the door, I was like, what am I going to say today?
Yeah. What crazy thing. No, we don't plan any of this, so don't pretend like you planned this out.
No, and I would never plan anything out for the Experience podcast.
No. We promise none of this will be planned.
I make sure of that. But tell me about your day. Could you?
What did I do today? No, we already... I mean, somehow we stretched your day into a whole episode last week.
Yeah, we did. Well, because I am an extremely exciting person.
Because you kept forgetting things.
I kept forgetting, so we just kept going back and forth.
Yeah, it was a constant going back and forth.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's today? Sunday? Oh, well, my parents were in town, so I went and ate breakfast with them. And that's it.
Not gonna... I mean, because listeners...
Would you like me to elaborate?
I'm getting some thought comments right now.
Okay.
And the listeners are going, what did he eat? Where did he eat? When did he eat? Why did he eat? How did he eat?
Okay.
And you're not answering any of that.
Well, I used a fork and a spoon.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you figure out what I ate.
See, this is... You made it too easy already.
Okay.
Salmon.
No.
Fork and a spoon. Spaghetti.
Yeah, okay. That's one thing.
Yeah.
There's another.
Salmon.
Yeah, that was right.
That was it.
Yeah, I got you on that one.
Yeah, you got me. You actually fooled me.
Yep, I got you. Yeah. But, no, salmon and spaghetti. It was kind of mished together.
Uh-huh. That's good. I'll have to try that. Salmon spaghetti.
For breakfast.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Cereal spaghetti. You know what I want to make? New idea. Okay. Let's hear me out on this. We were potentially going to have a third guest in the show. Hear me out on this.
Okay.
You have your spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Cheerio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we won't call them Cheerios, but we'll just say Cheerios because it's, popular enough. We'll say rounded cereal objects. For short, RCOs.
Rounded cereal objects.
Yes.
Okay. RCOs.
So you slide the RCOs onto the spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like beads?
Like beads.
Like we're beating the spaghetti
and
noodles?
then you boil...
Are these... Oh, okay, hold on. Let's start over. So these are uncooked spaghetti noodles?
Uncooked.
Okay, I'm trying to picture it in my head here.
Mm-hmm. And you slide the spaghetti...
Hold on, are we talking like linguine, like angel hair? What are we doing here?
We're talking about, I don't know, whatever spaghetti noodle is. I don't know what it's called.
Standard spaghetti?
Standard spaghetti.
SS for short.
SS. So you slide the CLOs onto the SS.
RCOs.
RCOs.
Onto the SS.
Onto the SS.
Yes.
You put it into the pan filled with boiling water.
The pan?
Yes.
The shallow pan.
The shallow pan. Not a pot, of course. That's not how you make spaghetti.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Shallow pan.
Yes. And then you turn it to max heat.
Max heat, okay.
Cereal spaghetti, also known as Serengeti. What do you think?
Well, we cracked something there, yeah.
Is the Serengeti... I've never been to Serengeti. Maybe that's what the Serengeti is.
That's what it is. Just a bunch of cereal spaghetti.
Yeah.
After people take the RCOs and put them on the SS.
Mm-hmm. Potentially. Let me talk about my day.
Okay.
Here's my day. I wake up this morning. Okay. Skip the boring part.
Whoa, what's that?
The boring part is where I'm waking up and watching my favorite show at the moment, which I don't want to do a plug.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
That's my actual second favorite show at the moment. Okay. But it's called Reno 911. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay, it's pretty good. Anyways, watch that.
Is that a sponsor of the show?
It's a sponsor of the show. That is our 11th sponsor today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Reno 911. Watch it.
So that's what they told you to
That's
read.
what they told me to say.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting there. I'm hungry. I'm going, what do I want?
Did you get an RCO?
I did not get an RCO. I'm not too good at making those.
Okay.
Not the best. But I want to make something. I'm hungry. Mm-hmm. I think, let me go to Britain real quick. I realized subsequently, I don't have a meal plan.
Yeah.
So my brain goes, in my extreme intelligence goes, let's walk a mile to Publix. So I go.
Hold on. Okay, this is breakfast time?
This is breakfast time.
Ask. Like, give me a time frame.
Like, 11 o'clock.
We're getting into lunch territory.
Getting into lunch.
That's probably lunch territory.
When I woke up, though, at like 8:50, though.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
what were you doing for 2 hours? Oh, Reno 911.
Reno 911. Just marathoning it because I still haven't figured out.
Okay, but here's the problem.
Okay.
You went to Publix.
I went to Publix.
That was your first instinct.
Yes.
You have to pass by Waffle House to get to Publix.
You
Did you not think, hey, let's go to Waffle House?
But in my, as I said, in my ultimate brain of power, I didn't go to that
It's not usually
Publix.
a brain or power, but okay.
No. I went to the Publix that is sort of, it's called Publix Piedmont. And again, don't want to, we're just say Publix.
You went to the
generic.
third closest Publix.
I went to the one that's very far away.
Why?
Because in my, of course, extreme intelligence,
Yes.
I did not think it through. And I just said, let me go to a grocery store. I searched up Publix. I said, this one looks like a grocery store. And I clicked it and went. So I walked there.
You walked? Okay.
I walked there a mile. I get in the store. I'm like, I'm going to buy the best groceries. So I spend...
By then, it's already like 5 o'clock in the evening.
It's about 5 o'clock in the evening. You got to take a few breaks. I talked to a few homeless people.
Yeah.
So I get in the store. I'm like, I'm going to be the best shopper on the face of the planet. I go through with the price. I look at the unit cost per ounce. Am I buying the best product? I compare canned foods to frozen foods.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, let's backtrack. Let's stop right there. Not backtrack, but we're stopping right there.
We'll pause.
We're reflecting on what you told me so far. You pick a random Publix.
Yes.
You go into that Publix and you're scrutinizing every single item.
Every single item.
Do you see the problem here? The contradictory statements.
Yeah.
Why didn't you scrutinize which Publix to go to? Yeah.
Well, the scrutiny, the aspect of that, because when I was in my dorm room, I was, in my typical, the mood I'm 90% in, which is apathy. But when I got to the grocery store, when I had to spend my money, that's when the 10% of my brain
kicks in
because we don't have any money.
Yeah.
So
what are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
What did you do since you have no money? RCOs are pretty cheap.
RCOs are pretty cheap. So I decided not to make an RCO.
Well, no. You make an RCO plus an SS.
Plus an SS.
We don't have a name for total, but I guess it's an RCO SS.
RCO and SS.
Yeah.
That's a new product. Right behind the poster notes.
I don't have the
So bringing it up every episode.
My supervisor at work has a poster note.
No, they do not.
Yeah, it's about I don't know exactly, maybe like 2 feet by 2 feet.
We're gonna have.
It's not that big.
Can I get a poster note to review for our next episode?
You can order one online. You probably get it on Amazon.
Can I just steal one from him?
I don't know where he keeps it. I guess I could ask him for one, but how do I carry that back here without getting damaged?
I guess you can roll it up.
It's not that big though. It's like 2 feet by 2 feet. It's not that big.
I've never transported a poster note before.
All right. I'll figure it out. I'll try to get one for you by the next show, which is next week, I guess.
Next week. We don't want to reveal the actual date.
Yeah, we don't.
It's a secret.
Well, I mean, when we record, that's the secret.
Yes.
Maybe we're recording this 3 years ago.
True. This might be. We might not even be alive anymore.
Yeah. By the time this comes out.
This is our grandkids just posting this that they found on a old record player. As I was saying.
Yeah, you're at Publix.
I'm at Publix.
You're poor.
I am comparing the fresh veggies to the canned veggies to the frozen veggies. I'm comparing it all. I'm going, what is the best cost per thingaroo
per serving?
Per serving. I'm comparing all the food, and I buy some food. I buy, just your normal things.
Which is
peanut butter, pasta noodles, which I got for buy one get one free. Peanut butter, which I got buy one get one free. And then I'll just generic Publix brand food because I can't afford any brand. I got turkey, which I opened that turkey bag. Well, that's forward, but it smelled nasty, and I still ate it though because it tasted good.
Okay.
And I got chicken. I do not know how to make chicken though, so I'm going to give myself food poisoning.
We'll just have a cooking episode.
Oh, you teach me how to cook?
Yeah, we'll have a cooking. Well, I don't really know how to kind of cook that well, but I can make you chicken.
Okay.
We'll do a cooking episode next week.
Okay. With the poster note.
Yeah, well, that'll be the instructions. The recipe will be on the poster note.
Oh my gosh. So I get in the checkout line.
Okay.
Again, in my absolute intelligence, don't think anything through. I put it on, and pay for it, whatever. it's whatever. I just swipe. That's what I do with my money.
Swipe, yeah.
Yes. And then it's all back.
There's a shredder next to your.
There's a shredder. I just
throw
put
money
the money in.
Yeah.
Who cares? And the guy who packed my bag starts pushing it out. He starts pushing the cart. Right?
For you.
For me, because that's typical.
Yeah.
Oftentimes we take a little break, and then I tell him, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I walked here. I don't have a car. And he looked at me. He gave me a look, and he walked back. And I realized I had about 10 very heavy grocery bags.
Okay. Yes.
That I had to carry.
How much money did you spend?
I spent about $60.
Okay.
But it was
You got a lot of little things.
I got a lot of little things.
Yeah, and a lot of buy one get one free situations.
Yes.
Especially at this Publix, which is in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, with yeah. So I grabbed the bags,
Okay.
and in my absolute intelligence, I go, oh, this will be easy. Just walk back. I get out of the Publix parking lot, and my arms are about to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't have much further along to go. About half a mile down.
You got a half mile down?
I got a half mile down. I could not feel my arms.
Yeah.
I was walking. I was in the zone, which the zone is this place where, well, I ran cross country.
So it's like a runner's high, but it's a walker's high.
It's a walker's high, where I am only focused on reaching the destination. I am not worried.
Nothing else is happening in the world.
Nothing else matters. Taxes, nothing. Who
Tunnel
cares?
vision, yeah.
Tunnel vision. I am going to my housing.
Okay.
And then
Which is where? What's the address?
The address is somewhere lane. My room number is 420.
Okay.
Yeah. I take a break.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. My arms are like, Connor, which is my name.
Yes.
You
talk to yourself.
I talk to myself.
And said
my
your name
arms
aloud.
talk to me. My arms talk to me. And they say, we can't do this anymore. So I set the bags down, and a really nice kid walks up, who we won't say his name is. We'll say his name is Alex.
Did you know Alex?
Did not know Alex.
How old is this kid?
Well, I was going to go into the story.
I'm sorry. I'm
gonna describe him.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Alex walks up. He says, do you need some assistance with that, sir? He didn't say that. We said he needed some help, but for the story. And I say, yes, I do. And then I make a joke about how I'm weak and stuff.
Right.
And, just so, get the conversation flowing.
Go ahead. Let's hear your opening joke.
What's my opening joke? What's my pickup line for having someone help me with groceries?
How to pick up a guy. How to pick up a guy on the street. Now that's that's this week's title.
I don't even notice. I think it's just I can't remember. Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
But he helped me. Alex. Well, we'll say his name, Alex.
Okay.
We'll say he is a second year mechanical engineering student.
Okay.
But he was potentially wearing, theoretically, a civil engineering shirt, which confused me, but it kept the conversation flowing. We talked about...
he's wearing a civil engineering shirt.
Yes.
But he says he's a mechanical engineer.
But he says he's a mechanic... Which was he bamboozling me?
Maybe he was the one that was
But he had a very solid backstory as to how he got that shirt, which was, he went...
You asked about that?
I asked about it.
Or did he unpromptly do it?
No, I asked him about it because I was like... Because no one bamboozles me.
Yeah,
I do not get bamboozled.
Of course.
And so I ask him, I say, listen, I'm an undercover cop. I know when someone's lying to me. You're wearing a civil engineering shirt, and you told me that you're mechanical engineering. What's the truth?
Yeah.
And he told me he got a civil engineering shirt. He was with his friend, who was a civil engineer, and his friend was like, I have extra shirts.
Okay.
And so they got extra shirts. Yeah. So we walked.
I was hoping there was more to that, but okay.
There was not much more. It was
really
again small talk.
Yeah.
And we talked. He whatever. We were in the same. Apparently, potentially no. We had the same professor for 1371. We could have been in the same class potentially.
It doesn't really matter. You never knew. You never saw him before.
No. But I just felt like adding that point.
Why didn't you bring Alex here?
I didn't tell him about the podcast. He was a very normal person.
You didn't want to ruin.
I didn't want to ruin it because he thought I was a normal person.
Oh,
we had our normal conversation.
Podcast. Yeah, then it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're walking back with Alex.
I'm walking back with Alex.
Yeah.
And he takes it to
But hold on, let's also backtrack. He's willing to walk back. How far?
It was from this point. He helped me at the varsity, so it was not far at all.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah. So he was nice. And
he was going that way already, or
he was going that way already. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he was walking down that way, and so he was kind enough to help me because some people, as I've learned, are actually nice.
Yes.
Weird enough. I don't know.
Weird,
But, yeah. So he helps me. We go inside. No, we don't go inside. I don't want him inside because, again, I'm an undercover cop.
Yes.
Can't trust like that.
Again, he can't even tell the truth about his major.
Yeah. So I take the bag from him, and I'm like, oh, I'll see you in the future. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, yeah, I see you. And I'm like, thanks for helping out. I leave him. And, yeah. But, great. And Alex, if you're listening, potentially Alex, if you're listening to the show, thank you for your help.
But you didn't tell him about the podcast.
No, I didn't.
How he would listen to this podcast.
He couldn't listen to it.
Yeah.
But potentially.
And you just opened that bottle, did not take a sip, and put the cap back on.
I don't even care anymore. Who cares? I was hoping you didn't notice that.
You definitely opened it up, lifted it up. Yeah, you lifted it up to your mouth. It wasn't like you didn't even get close. You got very close. Put the cap back on and put the bottle back.
Just to making sure I still knew how to drink.
Yeah. Anyway, you ditch Alex.
I ditch Alex. I go back up to my dormitory.
Yeah.
And I go inside, and in my infinite wisdom, I set this stuff on the ground, and I realize I don't have room for all this stuff.
You don't even have a refrigerator.
I have a refrigerator.
You do have a refrigerator.
I have a refrigerator. Okay. It's an old square refrigerator that my dad used from the 90s.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So it's small, and it does not fit everything.
Okay.
So
you just sat there and ate everything.
So I did eat some of it, but I put the rest of the stuff in bags, and we have a kitchen, which isn't a kitchen. It's a glorified closet with a stove.
Okay. And in your dorm, or
not in my dorm,
on the floor.
On the floor.
Oh boy.
And so we have a shared, refrigerator in there. So I wrote my favorite drugs on the bags that I put in there.
Uh-huh.
One bag has cocaine on it. The other has MDMA.
That might encourage people, though.
That might encourage people to take it, but I'm hoping that
You should have wrote nothing important in here.
Not cocaine. Not MDMA. Should have done that, but yeah. So that the moral of the story is, think things through before you do something stupid.
That's your advice for the advice segment.
That is my advice for the advice segment. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's all I got.
That's all you got for Alex, your new best friend?
My new best friend. I want to see him again.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I thanked him. I don't think I thanked him enough.
No.
Because I don't think he realizes how much he changed my life. Just to take out that about 10 minutes of his day to talk to me. We talked about
people don't like to talk to you. So
no, people don't like to talk to me.
That's a lot.
That's a big deal. But he also didn't know who I was, so he gets the.
I guess so. I guess since Mm-hmm. Your roommates didn't help you then? They didn't go with you?
My roommates. So one of my new roommates, who is the recently acquired tech student, he's on the other side of the room, which we have a split room. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't want to go over there into his space. He's a nice guy, but I want to just go over and be like, hey, how you doing? I don't want to do that. I'd rather watch my favorite show, Reno 911.
Yes.
So I do that for. What were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
No, I'm going to stop because I don't know what you're going to say. What are you going to say?
I just said I was going to say for 2 hours, but we've already covered that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
But really, no, that's it.
But really what?
No, that's it.
No, tell me.
So now I really don't have anything.
Okay. But my other roommates,
yes.
He wasn't there. I actually slept alone last night, crying.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I sleep alone anyways, crying.
Yeah.
But usually I sleep...
We've discussed this on episode 4. You cry between 1:30 and 2:30.
I did say that. That was when Libby was here.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
good memory.
So, yeah.
See, I have Alzheimer's, so I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember the show.
Yeah.
I am on the show.
You're on the show. You are a host of the show. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah. He wasn't there because here's what happened last night. Here's the story.
Okay.
Can I tell you the story?
No.
So he wasn't there, but he did come back. So, yeah, he came back at around like 2:30. So that happened.
Oh, so he was out last night doing things.
No.
Why weren't you?
Because I don't do things. I opened my schedule up. Well, here's another story. Saturday. You mind if I tell him a story? Let me tell him a story.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No one's stopping you here.
No one's stopping me here. It's just me. It's actually me. You watched that on GQ? That GQ show? It's actually me.
No. Which GQ show are you talking about?
The one that's called It's Actually Me. So I get to Georgia Tech, right? I move in. I'm bored. My friend texts me. He says, "You want to watch a movie?" I say, "Are you stupid? I'm at tech." He said, "I didn't know you were moving to tech." So I tell him, I'm like, "Hey, let's still watch a movie, drive up, and pick me up." But the problem with that is, I live.
He wanted to go to the theater.
He wanted to go to the theater. We both have, which plug for a company. We both have Movie Pass, and
which changed their policy.
Since
the last time we did this show.
Yes. How do you know?
I keep up with the news and the gossip and the whatnot.
Oh.
Yeah.
What an intellectual we have here.
I know which Publix is the closer Publix.
Unlike me. I'll learn.
Okay, so you wanted to use Movie Pass to go to a movie
because it was our last. It probably is the last movie we will watch with Movie Pass because they're going out of business. And who cares? But he comes up. So he's like, "Okay, let's meet in the middle."
Is this Vsauce or J?
This is we'll say for just the episode. His name is Alex. Also,
this is not the same.
This
Alex
is not the
as
same
the
Alex.
Previous Alex.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused with Alex.
Yes, not to be confused with Alex. This is Alex.
Alex, not to be confused with Alex.
Yes. So he.
Nope. Go ahead.
There's a noise. You looked at the noise, and then you looked.
Yeah, I thought someone was coming in the door.
Okay. Pulls up. No, he doesn't pull up. He says, "Let's meet in the middle." So I say, "Okay." I ride the MARTA down to the airport.
The airport?
Yes.
Are you flying on a plane to meet him?
No, but that's the closest stop to my house on the MARTA.
Okay.
And this MARTA smells awful. This MARTA train.
They're all not great.
They're not great. But it smells like a toilet.
Okay.
That hasn't been flushed in about 3 years.
Okay.
So, and for our audience that can't smell that, imagine it. Yeah. You also can't smell it either, though. So, because you have to imagine it, too. So I ride the MARTA down. People have their whatnot conversations. And then he picks me up. He hydroplanes. But while he's picking me up, so he almost crashes. But we get there. And he picks me up from the airport.
From the airport?
At the south side arrivals. And we go...
That's pretty specific, okay.
To the movie theater.
At the airport?
At the airport. Now...
Why didn't you just have him come to you? Why did he say meet in the middle?
Because that's gas money. And I care about my friends. I wanted him to come to me, though. I didn't want to ride the MARTA down.
Well, that's MARTA money.
That's MARTA money. Actually... Long story short.
Okay.
Short story, relatively long. My boss for my internship last summer got me a MARTA pass with like 10 swipes on it, and I had like 5 left. So I just haven't used.
Okay, so it's free.
So we go to the movie theater, and for people who don't know, for our listeners who don't understand the area.
This is today after you met the previous.
This was yesterday.
This was yesterday
before I met the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so. So as I was saying, for the people who don't know the area of College Park is what I would say not good.
Okay.
In short words. Is there a better way to put that?
I don't know. I haven't really been to College Park, Atlanta.
It is of a lower living quality. We go to the movie theater there.
Okay. We
go to the AMC. We walk in the theater. And it seems like people are talking. Well, we show up to the movie late.
Of course you do.
Beside the point. Because, I'm cool.
I don't know that's how it works. You showed up to the movie after the movie had started, or after
way
the
after
trailers
the movie
started? Oh my goodness!
Like he couldn't even buy a ticket for the movie anymore. Like he had to specifically ask him because we knew that showtime was there, but it wasn't up on the board anymore. And then we just got.
Why would you do that? What movie were you trying to see?
We were trying to see it's Slenderman.
Oh my goodness!
So and it wasn't that good. 1 out of 10. But here we are. We are in the movie theater, and it seems like everyone's talking to the whole theater.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone knows each other.
It's one of those. Thing. Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, and everyone's talking. So we're like, whatever. So we start talking too, and it gets worse.
Yeah.
Everyone is yelling at this point. You don't even know what's going on in the movies.
There's chaos going on.
There's chaos ensuing in the theater.
Okay.
People are talking through the whole thing. And so it's fine in the boring parts.
Yes.
Scary parts come up. And see...
Is it scary though? I've heard it's not
scary at all.
Yeah.
It's not scary at all. But the thing is when you have... And I don't want to say a rambunctious group of people.
Okay.
But when you have a rambunctious group of people in a decently scary movie, and everyone's screaming is kind of loud. And so that's what happened. A scary scene came up and people were screaming and swearing, and eventually they had to call in security to threaten everybody that they take them out.
Okay.
So it was that kind of...
They called in security.
They called in security, and security
came in. You said it again. Just drink the water. Oh my goodness, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep opening it up and then you spilled it all over the table.
I told you I don't know how to drink.
Yeah, I know, you're drinking problem.
I don't drink much.
So they're The theater, they ushered people out because it was too loud.
They threatened to. It was getting so loud. People were like screaming that
about the movie or about
the movie,
about anything else,
and just about like people were just talking to people while they were like walking past.
Wow.
I still do not know if they actually knew each other in this theater. They could have all known each other, or they could just be.
None of them, yeah.
Yeah, they could just like that's just how it was. But yeah, security came in. They were like, everyone's going to quiet down, or we'll take you out.
Gosh, that's bad.
Yeah, but everyone kept talking anyways.
Yeah, because no one cares in that theater. That's not a good theater experience, though.
I think, personally, for me, it made the movie a lot better.
Really?
Because it added...
Because you didn't have to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm. It was sort of like, you know when you watch a movie, and then you watch, like, a reaction video about a movie, like on YouTube. Like,
you mean a review?
No, like a like blank reacts to blank. You know what I'm saying?
Give me an example.
I can give you an example. I thought you'd figure that one out. Like what do they call the Fine Bros? They do something like that.
Okay, sure.
And people react to it, and I think that offers something. Offers, another opinion.
Let's go to the let's skip to the Connor reviews Slenderman segment.
All right, so this is the Connor reviews Slenderman segment. This is the part of the show where I talk about the movie Slenderman.
Yeah.
And I review it.
Slenderman.
Slenderman,
like he's Jewish.
Like he's Jewish. Yes.
David Slenderman.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let me think.
All right, so here Connor's gonna review Slenderman.
I'll say it in 10 words.
Okay.
Poorly edited.
Okay, that's 2.
Not scary.
Okay. 2 more. That's 4. What else?
Bad acting.
Bad acting. Okay.
But overall,
Is that 10?
I don't know what that is. I didn't count.
I thought you were counting.
I was holding up my fingers and I stopped holding up my fingers.
You just gave up.
I just gave up. Let's say that's 10.
Okay.
I don't know what I said.
You definitely had an odd number in there, so it's definitely not 10.
Yeah.
But overall,
I think that was 9. Oh well. But overall,
Are you sure it was just the theater experience that was
No, it was definitely, I think, the theater experience, because as I was saying before, you interrupted me with the Connor reviews the Slender Man segment. It was like watching a react video, a whole bunch of people reacting. Mm-hmm. But
it's like Rocky Horror Picture Show, kind of. Do you know what that is? It's like okay, never mind. Skip that.
No, we're not going to skip it. We're talking about what is rock, because for our audience who doesn't have access to the internet right now,
yes,
how are they going to learn what the Rock Horror Picture?
There's a movie where it's not a great movie. Some people really like it. It's like a cult film.
Okay.
And part of like watching the movie nowadays, because it's kind of old, not that old, but old enough, where there's like live shows of it, or like live viewings of it. And the staff there are kind of like reacting to it. So you're reacting to the movie. You're yelling things. You're singing along. So it's like a live reaction to the movie. So that's what I'm getting. Is kind of. Do you know what's the thing called on Netflix now?
Accounts.
No. What's it called?
Netflix originals. Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's Mystery Science Theater.
Oh.
It's like that.
Okay.
Where they're like commenting on them. You don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I have no idea. For our audience who doesn't have access to Netflix,
it's the same thing. It's like they're commenting on like movies. They're watching movies and they're commenting. Huh?
So it's a copy of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, I don't know which came first.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
As I was saying, before you interrupted me
with Connor reviews Slenderman.
With Connor reviews Slenderman, and then interrupted me with Rocky Horror Picture Show,
which is fun to do once. You should go. I think they show it down in Midtown.
How much it cost?
I don't remember. Like $15.
No, $15. Because that's nothing to out of state people who money.
Yeah.
But to us in-state people,
yes, that's you will take a date and have them pay for it. Invite someone on a date and then.
Can I do that? Kind of want to.
Yeah.
I want to have a date where I don't like. I want to be like, hey, listen, I'm reversing the gender roles today.
Yes.
This is what we're doing.
You're poor. There's no reason you should have to pay.
Exactly. I think I'm only going to date out-of-state girls because think about it. It's a 50-50 chance.
But the problem with that is, out-of-state girls are already paying a lot just to go here.
True, but that means I think my thing is, if they're paying that much, they have the money.
They have the money to pay that.
They
much.
could have gone in state and transferred in if they would have cared about the money that much.
Yes,
They're paying
you're
out of
right.
state. They're like, you know what? I can make it rain. Or their parents. But that means if their parents are paying for it, they probably got, whatever, drive a BMW. So I think
Yes.
that's my plan. My first question to any chick will be, are you out of state? As one.
Mm-hmm.
If they are, do you have a car? As two. If the answer is yes to both of those, will you be my wife?
Skipping straight to that.
Skipping straight to that. I go on,
What if there's a no on any of those?
that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
You got to get all 3 yeses.
All 3 yeses. The third one's probably the easiest. I think once they're out of state and have a car,
Yeah,
once
then
they
it's
get those out,
obvious.
people
Then it's
be
like
like,
obvious, yeah.
I'll be your wife,
Of course.
That's
of
how it
course,
is.
Of course. Okay.
But yeah, that's my women's
What
selection.
were you
That's
getting
my-
at? Is that what I was interrupting you about? There was something else you said.
What were we talking about? Slenderman.
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 What was I talking
No,
about?
he's Jewish. David Slenderman.
I forgot what
How was David Slenderman in the movie?
he did a great job.
Or as a
I thought.
biopic, yeah.
Yeah, he did. I thought the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When's Slender Woman coming out?
He was see the problem with Slenderman was like with David Slenderman is he gained a lot of weight over the past 10
Yeah.
years, and he really needed to slim down for this role, obviously.
Obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yes. And so he kind of went on this big workout regime over this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, it would have been 2 years ago when they filmed this.
Yeah.
And yeah, he cut down like 200 pounds.
So
it
he
was
went,
amazing.
back to living up his name as
Slenderman, yeah.
Wow.
And you don't even get me started on Janine Slender Woman,
Yeah.
because she's got her own problems.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear about that.
Well, she's pregnant. Did you not hear the news?
No.
Yeah, Janine Slender Woman is pregnant.
Well, congratulations for her.
Yeah, so that's obviously another reason for Slender Woman,
Yeah.
because she can't be in the movie now.
Yeah.
But I assume there will be a sequel about Slender Woman.
Yeah. I would hope so. I mean, by that time, she won't be pregnant anymore.
Hopefully, yes.
But
You
she
could also
could.
cover that up, with the special effects and all that.
CGI, just
Yeah.
Or get one of those. How they have they show the whole thing about the horizontal and vertical lines. So you get that where it has the angles properly concaved, so she looks skinny.
Yeah, and you can also even just hold a blanket in front of your stomach.
Huh. I guess you could.
Yeah. Anyway, check it out. Slender Woman coming out in 2021.
Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah. I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
As I was saying,
Yes.
before you so rudely interrupted me,
Oh, let's talk about something else now.
I don't even know what it was anymore. I really can't remember what it was.
Slender Man.
Slender Man. No, I'm gonna figure it out.
You went to the movies with your friend to see Slender Man.
And we
People
watched
were
the movie.
talking.
People were talking.
All right, well, while Connor thinks
all
about
I
that.
got.
Yeah, there was nothing
it.
else anyway.
He
forgot
went
it.
to Wendy's. He drove me back. That was it.
That was it. You went to Wendy's. You went on a Wendy's date with him.
Went on a Wendy's date with him.
Okay, interesting. Why Wendy's? Is that really the closest place? Or
It's the cheapest
place? Yeah.
That's what we're going for. Because you know me. I like to save my money. So when I
Yes.
go on dates with these, the gorgeous out-of-state car-driving women
Yes.
that I engage with, I can be like, you know what? I can make it rain. Because I could have we could have went to a nice restaurant.
Yes, you could have.
Alex, theoretically, and I. But you got to save that for a rainy day, which would be a sunny day in my case.
Actually, it was kind of rainy today.
It was kind of rainy today.
Oh, but this was yesterday.
This
It was
yesterday.
rainy
It
yesterday.
was rainy yesterday. That's why he hydroplaned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, the moral of the story is, movie theaters are different in
Yes.
different areas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I don't think there's many theaters where they're just talking through it. I mean, maybe it's just because the movie was so bad.
I think if it would have been like a rom-com, probably wouldn't have been too much talking. But
Why a
just-
rom-com?
Because I don't know, rom-coms aren't that big anymore.
Like Crazy Rich Asians.
Like Crazy Rich Asians, that's a serious rom-com. Is that actually a rom-com?
Yeah, it came out this weekend.
Of course you know about that because you're
Wow,
Asian.
okay, yeah,
You're
of course,
Asian.
of
Well,
course.
you relate to it.
I
more.
keep up with that
Tell me.
stuff.
If it was Crazy Rich Caucasians,
Yes, then
I'd be
wow. Well, that's just every other movie in Hollywood.
It is. I go crazy. Yeah.
Anyway, I saw that like 2 weeks ago. I told you, didn't I not tell you?
No, you told me you watched. Sorry to bother you.
That was months ago.
That was not months ago.
That was a month
That
ago.
was about, that was a month ago. That was a month ago.
Crazy Rich Asians was like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
It was, I guess beginning of
You
March.
watched that. That was the one they had the,
Yeah, and you didn't want to go. Yeah, you
didn't
did.
wanna
Yeah,
go.
you definitely knew about it.
I definitely,
didn't want to
we
go.
talked about
Yes.
it. And I didn't
We
wanna
talked about it on here, I think.
I think we did. That's our 74th sponsor is Alzheimer's.
Yeah, really.
Um,
You're not remembering anything. You can't remember what you're going to talk about with Slender Man.
yeah.
Unless you're talking about Wendy's.
I forgot what they wanted me to say. They wanted me to say some motto. Oh well.
What, for
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's? Yeah, well, it'll come to you eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Connor's day.
That's my day. That was my weekend more
That was your
so.
weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of uneventful.
Kind of uneventful. But if you talk about things with passion, with interest, anything can sound interesting.
I don't know that's true.
I don't think that's true because
We've gotten probably the best compliment that we've gotten is from this show is this is great background noise. And I think you talking about your day is the epitome of background noise.
Yes. That is someone, the only people who would listen to that is someone who is sitting there literally having nothing to do. That is someone who has like
nothing to do.
A eternal prison sentence. Like there's no chance of getting out. So they're like,
we don't want to insult our listeners here, but if you really just listen to 40 minutes of Connor talking about nothing, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
I mean, I think that should be like a test for people so they can.
How long can you listen to this podcast before you give up?
If you go 1 minute, you're an average person.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
5 minutes. What are you doing?
What are you doing? If you listen to the whole thing,
I had a friend who said he got through like 15, 20 minutes.
Really?
I was like, really? How'd you do that? I can't even get through this, and I'm on it.
Yeah, same. My Alex.
Alex.
Which
one? Which Alex?
Alex.
Not old Alex or new Alex?
Old Alex.
Okay, old Alex.
He listens to every episode fully.
Does he really?
Yeah, he enjoys it. He wants to be on the show.
He told you?
He told me.
Why didn't you invite him on the show?
Because he isn't here anymore. He goes to we'll say theoretically.
We don't want to give away where he goes.
He goes to Mercer.
Okay, not that far.
It's Macon.
Yeah, but it's a day trip. Not even. It's like an hour and a half drive.
So he'll come up when he said he's going to come up. So when he comes up, I'll tell him come up on a Sunday.
Or it doesn't have to be a Sunday. We can record any day technically. And we didn't reveal what day we're recording this on.
Because Sunday is a construct.
Days of the week are a construct.
They don't exist. So when we say Sunday, we can mean any day.
We also don't know which Sunday we're
This
could be like 2 Sundays ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did that one time. we record like the 2 Mondays beforehand.
Mm-hmm. But I also didn't say Sunday. I said someday.
Someday, yes. He said someday.
Someday he can come.
You told him to come up. Well, we can record on any day.
Any day.
Theoretically,
yeah.
They're still going to get released Tuesdays at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube is scheduled to go out, and the podcast.com is me remembering to upload it to podcast.com.
Of course.
Since Connor does no work after the show.
Yes. So I sit here. I offer.
You don't
me.
offer.
I offer me, and we talk and discuss.
While I'm trying to work on the.
While you do the actual stuff, and I sit here and I go, "Thank you, Daniel, for your time."
Yeah. No, why don't you? You're supposed to be working on the marketing. Are we on Podcast Reddit yet?
We are. I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
We will tonight.
You said that about 7 weeks ago.
I said that. It was really that long.
Yeah, we've done 7 episodes. This is the 8th one, so I guess 8 weeks ago.
As I say.
As you say.
As I say as I do.
Okay.
I do as I say. And I'll post something tonight. I will post. I have nothing to do, as you know.
Yes.
I don't have anything every
day. You
day.
literally went to a freshman thing.
Orientation, just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it.
That's who I am. That's my version of fun. It is going to an event I wasn't invited to.
Yeah.
But
a boring event you were invited to.
A very boring event.
That most people who are invited don't want to be there.
Mm-hmm. But that's where we're.
Okay, so you can post it online. We need to work on some more marketing, maybe around campus.
But the thing is I'm trying to. Here's what I want to do. I am the coolest person on campus.
No one ever said that, but sure.
We'll put that out there.
And
if I say, just because if people don't want to listen to it, people don't want to realize how cool I am, because people don't have the time for an hour podcast.
It's 55 minutes.
It's 55.
We give you 5 minutes of leeway with our podcast. We tell you it's an hour. It's with 5 minutes of commercial breaks or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever podcast.com does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do they actually have commercials?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think we could monetize, but we'd have to get sponsors.
We have sponsors.
We do have sponsors, and those are our commercials.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go on. You're not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything. I was talking about how I was the coolest person. I don't know.
You're the coolest person. Yeah, because we're talking about marketing.
I was talking about marketing, but the thing is when people hear, "Oh, you have a podcast."
Yes, that's the street. Yep, that's the street acting up.
That was our third guest today. The
some car. I know, probably some truck or something.
yeah, the trash truck come by. Waste management.
Yeah,
that was what they wanted me to say. The driving noise.
Okay, so you're the coolest person.
I'm the coolest person, obviously. But you tell people that you're on a podcast, and people don't want to hear about it. People care about themselves, not about other people. So you go, "Oh, he's on a podcast. He is,
weird."
Yes.
And
yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
This is where it ends.
That's the marketing. That's the marketing tactic.
I feel like we can easily just stand out there and just hand out flyers for a show.
You want to?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I can print them out, cut them up,
All right.
slice and dice them.
Yeah. Where do we stand?
Just anywhere.
Okay. Piedmont Park.
Yeah, that's
where
close.
would the most of our listeners? Because Piedmont Park would be like adults. They wouldn't. Would they feel this humor?
Why not?
Why not?
Is there humor here?
No. Would they feel this content?
Whatever this is, yeah. Is there content here?
We gotta figure out where is the most likely place.
We need to figure out our audience first.
Yes.
Who's our
Other than our
audience?
6-year-old.
Yeah, other than our 6-year-old. Who is our audience?
Mm-hmm. People have time to go on Reddit, I guess.
People who so Reddit is our audience.
That's when we
Redditors.
start. Redditors.
Is that what it is, Redditors?
Redditarians.
I guess so. Anyway, we can start. We need to start figuring out who else listens to the show.
Mm-hmm. You didn't give any advice.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the advice segment, which had a 20-minute break in between.
That was our commercial break for, I don't know.
For something. For Connor's marketing schemes. All right.
Mm-hmm.
My advice. Wow. Let's see. I don't really know. I don't really have advice this week.
Yes, you do. If you say you don't have advice, that means you have the best advice.
That means I have the best advice.
That's my advice.
That's my... No, you already had advice.
Oh.
My advice will be that.
There we go. That's crazy.
Yeah, alright.
If you don't have advice, you have the best advice. So what does that mean? That means if you're friends with someone, no, if you're not friends with someone, and you just walk past this person, you don't talk to them.
Yeah.
You just see them every once in a while. Maybe they sit alone.
Say his name is Alex or something
Say
like
his
that.
name is Alex or something like that. And they're in the dining hall, and maybe they have good advice. Maybe they're actually a decent human being that you can talk to. I don't know. That's all I got as far as interpreting that.
Well, it's like maybe the best advice is no advice. Maybe that's what that is.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
So did you advise me though by telling me that advice?
Did I or didn't I? Yeah, it's kind of a. Anyway, another thing we had, another comment about the show, right? Because I get feedback.
You get feedback.
I'm on the ground.
Yes, you're working out there.
I'm on the ground. You're not. You're still sitting in here.
I got feedback from Alex.
From Alex.
Yes, who said he enjoyed it. Actually, you go. I'm not even going to.
No, go ahead. So what did Alex say?
Alex said Alex listened to a bunch of the episodes. He listened to the one about what was it about something. It was about the basket people, and he said it was funny.
That was 2 weeks ago, I guess. I guess we had a basket people. We talked about basket people for 2 weeks.
It was extended. I think it was the basket people on Papa John's.
Oh yeah.
And he said it was a good story.
It was a good story.
He said it was funny.
That was literally just what we did, what we came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. You go.
All right. One of the comments was better mics. They want us to use better mics.
Okay.
And what I said was, we need the money from Patreon.
Yes, we do. Did you
I tried to sell them on the Patreon.
Patreon.com/contact us.
/contact us. Yeah. Yeah. So that's we don't have enough money. We don't have any money.
We don't have any money.
We already described how you have little money.
Yes. If anyone were to fund this,
it would be me.
It would be you.
What if you marry this girl that you say, This out-of-state girl.
My wife.
Would she pay for better mics? Did you think about using her for that, for the podcast?
I could just use her for everything.
Yeah.
Because she has the money.
Yeah, true.
She's out of state, has a car. She is loaded.
She's loaded, yeah.
So I marry her. And yeah, I guess I get money for mics. So that'd be the first thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, we gotta have better mics. If that is what the audience wants, that's what we will do.
Alex didn't have any criticism?
He said, well, he did mention the mic. He did mention that my mic, when we were separate, that I
had he didn't like you?
Yeah.
Did he say that he didn't like you?
He didn't say that.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Interesting.
Fortunately, actually. For my
unfortunately.
mental health.
No, he said unfortunately.
Unfortunately for, I guess, the consensus of the tribe.
The consensus, yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So we'll keep doing this then if Alex is a devoted fan.
He's one devoted fan, other than the 6-year-old.
The 6-year-old who listens each week for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
No, our numbers went down a little bit last week. But you check the iTunes numbers?
I tried to look for it and I could not find it. I also could not find it when I looked it up on iTunes. As a fun fact, even though it says it's posted to iTunes.
Can't find the podcast.
Can't find the podcast.
It probably could just get buried on iTunes.
So because of that,
again, the marketing. Do we have a link for iTunes, the iTunes feed?
Where do we put that link?
I guess, it's not a link, it's iTunes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could get the iTunes.com/ whatever it would be.
Can you? Can you do it on the web browser?
I have no idea. This is something that the
marketing. Why don't you figure out if you can get an access code, or not code, but a way to find the podcast on iTunes so we can give it out to people. Say, hey, if you want to listen on iTunes, use this. Mm-hmm. Search this. Search the Experience Podcast. Yeah, do something. Use these filters or whatever. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could work on that since you don't do any other work.
Since I don't do anything.
Yes.
As the conversation dives into the most boring conversation, and I want to fall asleep, let's talk about your credit load. What's your credit load like this semester?
My what? My credit load?
Yeah, for school. You're in school. Talk about it. Talk about this whole thing.
How many credits am I taking? I guess I'm taking 15? I don't know. Let me double check. Let's see.
15, that's what it was.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
That was quick. I'm signed up for 16 right now. I feel like I can do it. And I'm getting thought answers right. Comments.
Thought comments, not thought answers, no.
I think you can do it too. So that's support. But the thing is I'm taking, as you know, and as the audience doesn't know, I'm taking some difficult classes, which I won't go into detail.
But it's freshman level classes.
But it's freshman level intro to speech and stuff like that. So, we're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, okay.
Which I just felt like I should mention because why not talk about some
schoolwork?
Why not talk about schoolwork? I guess, I don't know.
No, that's the show.
That's the show.
That's the show.
Hopefully we've had the last 10 minutes that, I don't know.
What have we done for the last 10 minutes?
We talked about
nothing.
We talked about nothing.
Our advertising based, yeah, because we talked about something so substantial for the previous 40 minutes.
Yes, we did.
We gotta work on our advertising though.
We do.
Advertising, yes.
So,
leave comments. Comments actually help the podcast.com feed. If you leave a comment on the main feed page, I think it boosts us because we had a comment on one of the episodes and the ratings went up for that one. So definitely, have you read that comment? You go to episode 6, I believe it's on. Read that comment.
Was it actually someone random?
No, it was a friend of mine.
Okay. Oh, is it?
Or was it?
Or was it?
Anyway, that's the show.
That's the show. Bye. Thank you.